It's like this. I hear your voice on the other side of my telephone, and you sound like a cigarette I can't help but smoke. So I take myself a drag and pull you in my lungs, release you to the wind as you linger on my tongue. And it's nicotine, and I can't stay clean from these catchphrases on cocktail napkins. I'm catching rides on a silver stallion, missing your call every night. With these saltines and stale rhymes, turquoise and troubled times, I'm burning up inside those neon lights. Where are you tonight? Now I got miles in the headlights, mistakes in my rear view, and the exit signs question everything I do. And I'm buzzing like a radio, rain pounding on the hood. I don't know what you'll say, but I know it won't be good. And it's a mystery. Who are you to me? But these catchphrases on cocktail napkins, I'm catching rides on a silver stallion, missing your call every night. With these saltines and stale rhymes, turquoise and troubled times, I'm burning up inside those neon lights. Where are you tonight? With these saltines and stale rhymes, turquoise and troubled times, I'm burning up inside those neon lights. Where are you tonight? Where are you tonight?
All right, man, let's do another one. Which
Cool.
one? Which one do you want to do next?
Let's do The Reason Why. I was listening to a Hayes Carl interview, and he was talking about being on the road, and he said something that really resonated with me, that like whenever you have to leave for a gig or a tour or whatever, a couple of days before that, you're just kind of restless and angsty, and you know you want to get going, and he said something like, you know, your soul has left before you have, and then you know when you come back from that gig or tour or whatever, you're back, but it takes a little bit for your soul to come back. You know, it takes longer for you to really get back, even though you've made it back. And so that really resonated with me. I really found that to be true. And so that's kind of where this song came from. So it's called The Reason Why. So. Keep a restless soul made of neon lights. This prairie heart's been running wild. I built a house, you built a home. Been hearing sirens from a long way off, and I can feel it coming. The storm is rolling through. It'll give what it'll give and do what it will do. I ain't all thunder, you ain't all lightning, you ain't the reason why. Truck in the drive, things by the door, stillness between us, just the airs we put on. Wherever I'm headed, I'm already gone. Wherever it's raining, it's already home. And I can feel it coming, the storm is rolling through. It'll give what it will give, and do what it will do. I ain't all thunder, you ain't all lightning, and you ain't the reason why. You gotta know I'm trying hard to be content, but I'm still sorting what I did from what I meant. And I can feel it coming, the storm is rolling through. It'll give what it'll give, and do what it will do. I ain't all thunder, you ain't all lightning, you ain't the reason why. I can feel it coming, the storm is rolling through. It'll give what it'll give, and do what it will do. I ain't all thunder, you ain't all lightning, you ain't the reason why. No, you ain't the reason why. You ain't the reason why.
You just had a kid.
Yeah,
So,
I did. Yeah.
So congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
And you got a full head of hair, so hopefully that doesn't affect the I was going to say, you got nice hair, by the
thanks,
way, man.
Thanks. I'm hoping he does too.
Yeah. keep that as much as you can without the stress of a kid.
Yeah.
But how do you foresee yourself continuing the Silver Stallion life kind of thing with the kid? Like, how does that...
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm sure it's crossed your mind, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's difficult. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. I think the thing is, like, I'm trying to give myself to these songs so that, you know, whoever listens can find a part of themselves and find me in them. And so, you know, with like my kid, you know, Lord willing, we have some more in the future or whatever, but I'm hoping that they find me in the songs, you know, and so. It's less about it's like a mind shift, you know. I think less about how do I make the career work and more about how do I give myself to these songs so that my kids can find me in them, you know, and so and my grandkids and whatever. So that's just kind of how I'm approaching it. You know, I've been focusing a lot on songwriting lately because I'm trying to just be more intentional about giving stories and giving myself to the songs so that they can find them, like I said.
I think that's the most honest way to do it because a theme that I've come across having a lot of people on this show so far is that there's a lot of like pressure or subconscious ideas about wanting to like make it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as soon as it starts to become more than just a hobby, you know, so that you do on the side, there's this internal pressure to be like, I've got to make it. I've got to do something with this. Whereas if you're just like writing it for the craft and you're writing it for what it's the true thing of what is supposed to be at the base, like, you know, nobody goes into music because they want to, I mean, very few, but because they want to become rock stars because you realize really quickly that your chances are really slim. But they go in there because for the love of the music. And at some point, depending on your level of success, some of that that can get lost. And I think that keeping that on the forefront is the smartest thing you can do because that will always stick with you. When you're, you know, 80.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I kind of came to this idea a couple months ago, even before, you know, we had Hank. Like I found myself getting very envious of opportunities that my friends were getting, and I had to take a step back and be like, why is that? Like, that's terrible. They're my friends. I should be really excited for, you know, they got a gig or, you know, they got opportunity or whatever. And I just had so many emotions of like jealousy and bitterness. And I had to take a step back and be like, you are chasing something as opposed to, you're chasing a status as opposed to dedicating yourself to a craft.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
so I had to, that happened to me maybe earlier this year or summertime this year, where I had to step back and be like truly thankful for the songs that I was writing and where I was with my music, as opposed to always wanting something more.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to satisfy you, you know?
It's human nature, man. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. I mean, you want to be ambitious for sure.
Sure.
But
knowing when to like,
Yeah.
it's hard because you, like you said, you want to have that success, and ambition's important. Also, we're just stale, right? It's like humans want to grow.
Right.
So, we're always wanting to get better or achieve or do something. But then when it comes to, when it becomes a detriment, when like you're feeling like negative all the time or having these thoughts, you're like, you have to kind of reset, get perspective as to why you're doing it in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah. And my craft was suffering because of that.
You were like trying to force yourself to write something or
Yeah.
All right, let's do another one, man.
Cool. Yeah, I've talked about my wife a little bit. This is a song that I wrote specifically for her. It's called "Can't Change a Cowgirl," and she has horses. We have horses, I guess now. And she rodeoed a little bit in high school and always loved riding and stuff. And whenever we were dating, I just kind of learned that, you know, people will change, but you can't always force the change, you know. And she's a much better person than I'll ever be. And so, but she's stubborn and I'm stubborn. And
Man,
so,
that's I'm hearing something. It's like me talking.
Yeah. So anyway, this song is "Can't Change a Cowgirl" because she deserves it. So. In a deadlock across the room, I've tried and tried to get my point through. We could be here all night, or I could give in. The silence is deafening, so I try it again. There's conviction in her like I've never seen. Like her halter's leather, it can stand anything. Stubborn as hell, most of the time right. Soft as a candle, but burning bright. Bend but don't break, she's gunning for 8. She's got her heart on her sleeve and an endless faith. And tough as nails, at home on the rails. And I would bet my world you can't change a cowgirl. A mystery to most, she's a mystery to me. She cuts through the noise, I can't hide anything. The heart too big, she don't boast at all. Rides high in the saddle with the pride too small. She's just getting started when most are giving in. Rooted in kindness, stands against the wind. Defiant and gentle, endless in grace. A heart on the run, she never stays in one place. Bend but don't break, she's gunning for 8. She's got her heart on her sleeve and an endless faith. And tough as nails, at home on the rails. And I would bet my world you can't change a cowgirl. She'd do anything for a horse and some tack. All the hell that I give, she gives it right back. Every morning, she's beating the dawn. Ain't a soul in the world she's gotta prove wrong. Bend but don't break, she's gunning for 8. She's got her heart on her sleeve and an endless faith. And tough as nails, at home on the rails. And I would bet my world. Bend but don't break, she's gunning for 8. She's got her heart on her sleeve and an endless faith. And tough as nails, at home on the rails. And I would bet my world you can't change a cowgirl. Yeah, I was living in Alabama, and I kind of was writing these songs. I guess really, it's because songwriting was the first thing that really grabbed me, that I didn't have to reach for. It really had an impact on me. And when I found out that I could put words on paper and put some melody to them, and people would respond to them, and I could express myself, and we could have a connection that way. That's really kind of when it took off for me. And so it was never really like a decision as so much as like just something that I had to get out that was, chasing after me,
Yeah.
I don't ever think there really was a decision. It just was, I'm doing this,
Right.
this gives me meaning.
It calls
And
you basically.
Yeah. It gives me meaning, and it's something that I gotta chase after. So
Yeah, I think, and this goes, I think, with anything that's a skill-based thing, and I could say songwriting is skill-based, something skill-based, because it can be learned, it can be innate. Same with playing an instrument, same with ballet, same with art, drawing, whatever it is. But I think, everybody has like an innate kind of disposition, a gift possibly.
Yeah.
And I think like when you play towards that, or that's why when you have kids, you like throw them in everything, because you're like, you got to find something that, one, they're going to have a passion for, or one that they're going to have an innate gift. And I teach piano. I've had some students who have insane innate gifts. Like I'm like, you could be a concert pianist if you wanted to, or whatever, but they just don't have the desire. They don't have the passion. So it's like, if you can marry that gift, because a lot of times if it comes easy to you, you're more likely to go to, because like, I can do this pretty easily, and people seem to like it. But if you don't really gel with it, if it doesn't call you, then it's like, you're not likely to pursue it.
Yeah.
So I think like marrying those two, having a natural ability at something and a passion for it, man, that's like a match made in heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Jason Isbell record, or a lyric he's writing a song essentially for his daughter, but the lyric is, just find what makes you happy and do it till you're gone. Like just find the thing that makes you happy and go pursue that. Who cares about, like, everything else will work out.
Yeah.
But if you find something like that and grab onto it, it's never gonna let you go. So
That's great. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, man. Let's do another one. Which
Cool.
Which one do you want to do next?
I think we'll do Honesty.
Honesty.
Yeah. I put this song out last year. I wrote it when I was still dating my wife. She was just my girlfriend at the time, and I was kind of going through this process of figuring out, like, is this just going to be like something that's casual, or is it going to be something that's deeper? And what does that mean? Like, what do I want in something deeper? And so I really just kind of landed on this idea that I wanted honesty. People can tell you whatever they want you to hear, but I wanted honesty from her, about the situations we were going through, but just about how she felt and how things were going, and I wanted her to be able to critique me and tell me when I needed change, when I needed that honesty. I wanted her to be able to give it to me. So. Someone a lover, but I need a friend. Tell me, can you cover both of them? Shoot me straight, honey. I gotta know, honey, if you're gonna walk with me. I need honesty. I can hide in the cover of a neon light, but I'm looking for a place to hide tonight. Can you be a lighthouse when I'm at sea? I need honesty. You got some trouble on your mind, and though you say it's so, I know it ain't fine. No hold back, honey. Cross that line, honey. Open up to me. I need honesty. I can hide in the cover of a neon light, but I'm looking for a place to land tonight. Can you be a lighthouse when I'm at sea? I need honesty. I hear the coyotes outside my door, and every day they gain a little more. I hear them call, honey, prepare for war, honey. Can you cover me? I need honesty. I can hide in the cover of a neon light, but I'm looking for a place to land tonight. Can you be a lighthouse when I'm at sea? I need honesty. I can hide in the cover of a neon light, but I'm looking for a place to land tonight. Can you be a lighthouse when I'm at sea? I need honesty.
So I've noticed this huge, and it's been happening for like the last 10 years, but this huge merging of country with all these other genres, man. You go as crazy as like Old Town Road, right? When you go to that, and it goes, you know, Post Malone's getting into it, John Mayer got into it. What is it about the country genre where like people are fusing their style, like 80s styles, into and mixing the two? Because you don't really, you see it to a certain extent, but like not to the prevalence that country's done. What do you think that is?
I just think it's hot right now, man. It's the trends, you know. Same thing happened in like the 70s with country music. You know, there was a lot of...
But why country?
Well, I mean, it's the storytelling. I mean, to me, it is.
Right.
Good songs tell really great stories. And I think that no genre does that better than country music. I mean, it's... At the end of the day, the song is at the forefront. And so people right now, I think, are looking for that kind of, to use the term, honesty. You know, they're looking for that rawness or that emotion, the ability to tell a story. And so people from all other genres are kind of coming to country music to be able to do that, you know. And so that's my take on it. But yeah, it's the stories.
It makes sense, man. Yeah. I think, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's the lyrics. It's this. I mean, country's always been about telling a story. I think every country song probably started on the piano or the guitar, you know, as opposed to being produced the other way around usually. Yeah. Awesome, man. I appreciate you coming today, man. This has been great. This is awesome.
Man. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Very cool.